Alright, I think we're back. That's annoying. Yeah, we back. That was annoying. Yo, Gets Berserk, what's up? Long time no see, it's been like 10 seconds. True, true. We haven't even done the comparison yet. We are at the beginning. We had a network outage or something. So, it looks like that's a setting I'll have to look into, and that is the fact that when my stream ends, it like auto cuts the stream on YouTube. I think I'll have to like take off the auto end setting so I could potentially reconnect and the stream doesn't instantly cut off. Yeah, great. But yeah, we're now back, and now we'll have to see. So we need our extra attack, or I guess our mark. Yeah. So let's see. So the stat line is still the same, 46.7. But if we apply Mark is 209%. Okay? 209% Mark. And this is for Daisy. 209% on Daisy. Now I hope the other one is higher, right? Would be kind of whack if the 5-star partner ends up being lower. So 209% versus... Now I'm curious. So we have this out of the way. Let's make sure we get ourselves the same card we got before. There we go, target spotted. Wait, what's this? Space-time warp. Damage amount to Selena's attack cards. Oh. Yeah, true, because we got the effect. So this still shows 46%. And the mark is 205. It's lower by 4%. The second Omega code is Season 2. Season 2. Huh. Okay, so Laia ends up, for whatever reason, being 4% lower than Selena. For Selena, right here. The question is that just because we have such a high... Yeah, the dupes are obviously going to make it stronger. We can check out by how much, but... The problem is you'd have to do multiple months to get these dupes. So, partners... Solaya, upgrade, manifest ego, view details. So it goes up to plus 40. And what about her? Rosaria would be by 20 as well. Yep, okay, yeah, looks like Rosaria is just gonna be the strongest partner. Like, I don't think this guy stands a chance with just his attack increase. So I guess we're running Rosaria on her, but who do we then run for Veronica? Draws for the first time, plus 10% attack card damage. Or buy 20. Yeah, but I'd have to level any of these two. Shit. Let's just level Solaya. Maybe they buffer in the future. Who knows? Let's just go with the shiny 5-star. And also, you shouldn't be running 2 Rangers in a team that often, I'd guess. So I don't think it's as bad. Can we go higher? No. Oh, level 40 partner for level 130 dungeon. Oof, this is gonna be fun. Do I Ethos Sereni with the next Omega Copa? Try 50-50 summon for Ethos Sereni or save for NARJA? I'm free to play with little resources. Save for NARJA. If you're free to play with little resources and you already have an E3 Serenia, you'd probably be best off trying to see if you can hit NARJA, because NARJA, I mean, she's Instinct and she's new and she comes conspicuously after Serenia, so it just makes sense for them to synergize in some way, shape or form. So it's not worth it going to go. What I expect her to do, honestly, I don't mind. I don't know. I think she's gonna support people. Maybe she can support multiple different playstyles with different epiphanies. Maybe she supports, let's say, I don't know, one cost card. Should be running 2 Nixes. That's what some people do. I just don't think it's that big of an advantage in comparison to just running 1 Nix. But yes, if you want to make the optimal choice for Arcanian supply, you just pick a 2nd Nix, yeah. Finally, your 0 deck is running. Time to lock in for equipment. Hey! I hope she's like Olea, a summoner. Same. Do you think the fragment quality of life will be the ability to change the main stat on gear? No, the fragment QL is going to be UI. The way it looks like, it's mainly going to be UI changes, right? UI changes, UI improvements. First 5-star support is kind of hyped. Indeed it is. Which standard partner you think is worth the shop currency? Alright. Shop. The ones I think are worth the currency are Scarlet, Janet, and Briar. Those would be my 3 picks. So it's gonna be Luke's best in slot, Kayron's best in slot, and just a general fighter best in slot, but mainly like, for example, Rin, Mei Lin, Shizuru even. So yeah, those 3 I'd say are pretty good picks. Asteria is good. Like, Asteria is really good if you want a partner for Haru. Westmacott and Itsuku are good as well, but by no means necessary. Zeta is pretty good, I think, if you want to go for like a stronger DPS Khalib. But I think those would be like the ones I dedicate resources to. You got lucky and got Scarlet on banner? Damn. Isn't Shizuru a support? She barely does DPS. She barely does DPS, huh? Where are you? There we go. And then this piece. And then this one right here as well. Okay, perfect. And now Forbidden Catalyst. By the way, are you now using your standard pulse for partners or units? Always units. Always units. I'd always do units, especially because the pool. Oh, also, if you want to, you can now start saving your standard pulse. And the reason for that is because probably at minimum the next 3 units are all going to go into the standard pool. So if you're looking for a specific unit in the future, and especially if your limited summons are getting kinda tight, waiting for their banner to end and then to go into the standard pool and then doing your standard summons, who knows, you might just walk away with a new toy. Alright, so how do we play this best? Let's think. Yeah, I think I can get rid of this one. Oh. Okay, perfect. So we do one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and then we continue. I hope Narja's partner isn't OP. I'm trying to decide to get Janet or Briar, both Karen and Luca E2 now. Yeah, we'll have to see what they do with her. But a controller partner is definitely high in demand, and unless it's like super specified or no, super specific to what she does, I don't know. I think she's probably gonna have quite a bit of value. You will pull only limited units. Yeah, but keep in mind you're probably gonna have to wait quite a bit in between each one of those. Alright, and then let's do this right here. How are we looking? Bind 3. Alright, next turn we should be pretty good. Yep. Alright, 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits. Let's see, do we need anything else? No. Keep in mind, this is the expected damage without crits, right? Well, pretty good. So yeah, she really did indeed not do any damage. I think, wait, what did we lose here? Decreased turn 1 draw. I mean, that doesn't make a difference, but we could just redo it again. But yeah, it does look like a support. Indeed. E2 Shizuru. Yep, it's all because she's E2. Yep. You're completely correct. It's all because she's E2, otherwise this wouldn't work. Come on, man. So yeah, this is obviously possible regardless of whatever, whatever ego manifestation you have on her. Let's make sure we get our normal standard setup out. And yeah, you forgot the buff of the partner. Could we partner buffed as well? I don't know. Support the team by killing the boss. Indeed. And you know, the crazy part is, I still haven't gotten that perfect Shizuru deck, right? What you're seeing here is 1 copy of each. We are still missing an additional copy of either Oni Hunt or the multi-hit card, right? Like, this deck is not as effective as it could be. Alright, let's see. We're at the end of turn 4. Yeah, I think we need maybe 1 more. Just in case. But even this one would already do quite a bit of violence. Yeah. Let's see. And I know I should have played this card earlier. I know. And then... Are you late? No, the stream actually crashed. So you're just on time, in time, during time, I don't know. But my internet decided to end the stream prematurely. So, yeah. But yeah, no, somebody just said that Shizuru is unfortunately just a raw support because she deals no damage. So, yeah, we just checked how true that was, and unfortunately he was correct. She is in fact not good at dealing damage, sadly. Oh, rip Shizuru. All right. Okay, which kind of sub are we bringing in? Because this is actually going to be a challenge. It's because... So, this is the problem we've encountered. I don't have any season currency left. I don't have any season currency left. We have 8 season currency. And this is only a tier 10. So we have to play difficulty 11 for a tier 13. We have to play difficulty 11. And I also asked in the last stream with a poll if they wanted to see a non-Serenial run. And I think it was like an 80%. Yeah, and like 75% no Serenial. So, we're in for a tough time. That's, yeah. That's mainly what's about to happen. Why high difficulty? Because I'm out of seasonal currency. Oh wait, we could play zero system instead though. Ah! Oh! I can save myself from embarrassment. Ooga booga. I can use my credits. What planet should we play? I'm giving you 4 different options, alright? Which planet to play? We have and the void. Alright, here we go. So it's Order, Justice, Passion, or Void. Which planet should we play a rotation off of? Of course, Blue Pot. Why? No! No! What you mean be a man, Twin Star? Where would the AoE be? Where would the AoE be? Yeah. While the poll is ongoing, I can show you the Shizuru deck. The Shizuru deck is actually pretty simple. So, it doesn't have any divines. It doesn't have anything crazy. This is the deck we just used. It has the Mutant Predator when 4 cards in hand damaged by 30, which we didn't fulfill for the Shadow of the Moon. We have the Fragment of the Void, which allowed us to change the cards turn 1. And we have the Emblem of Exceptional Entity for 30% damage bonus, or plus 30. And then we have a Tsukiyomi 2-hit deck, twice. And a plus 60% Oni Hunt, twice. That's it. Oh, that's pretty much the deck. This Curse Jackets allows us to reduce the cost of another card by 1. But if I had to pick, I'd probably pick the Exhaust Curse Jacket to keep her deck even smaller. And the Bounded Dusk is reduce a card by 2, where I'd probably want reduce 2 cards by 1 instead. But yeah. Instinct for the Mythic Egg plus 15 attack and Ravage set. But we're looking for a Selena deck, aren't we? Selena. We already have a decent weapon there, no? Oh yeah, but yeah, okay. The ring would be quite sweet. I think I'm just gonna get killed on the Order planet if I'm running Selena and Veronica and right, like I want to run Selena tier 12 though, which means we'd have a cap of 150. And let's do some rolling. Alright, let's see what we can get with our free currency that we have too much of anyway. Okay, tier 12. Tier 12 blue pot, huh? But 40% extra health? That thing's gonna annihilate me without even trying. Oh, tier 12 foretold is sweet. Remember where my Serenia deck comes from? True, true, but I don't think we need that much to make the like DPS. Ooh. What do you think? Look at this. Huh? Swamper Judgment tier 13 legendary map. I think that one looks quite nice. Oh, but it's... Oh, I have twice. I have two of those. Okay. I did not know I have two of these. But, you did vote, right? You did vote. So, Passion Planet it is. Let's see how that one goes. If we die, we die. If we survive, we survive. Bing, bang, boom. Simple and easy. No Serenia run. Blue pot. Selena deck building potential, chance, idea. Quick shelling. Ooh. Seeing as how we cannot restart, the best place to farm a Shizuru deck would be probably Zero System, because you can just reset until you can get the Lab Zero, because you can just reset until you get the Remove 2, so that you can increase the copy odds. But if you want to get the multi-copy for, let's say, Oni Hunt or the 2-hitter, you'd probably want to go still into the Zero System, because you just have the guaranteed copy event. So the thought process here is we either put quick shelling onto our Selena to cut down the cost of card removal, making our save data cap be 160 instead of 150, while obviously still giving us another copy target, or we just remove a card straight up. Let's try quick shelling. Because I do believe we should have a few more remove events throughout the whole duration of Blue Pot. So it shouldn't be as difficult. Alright, give me maximum credits. Upon entering unidentified area, give me some credits. Okay, so we want to get to the Forbidden Tunnel, which means we can do 2 here, 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. Yeah, that seems the best. There's no way to escape the campfire, so we're cooked. Just join the Discord. What's possible to share? Whatever you want to share. If you want to show something live on stream, then make sure you ping me in the message on Discord at WG when you send the message. Can Selena carry this run? Well, you got Mika, should be pretty safe. True, it should be pretty safe, but Blue Pot is also a little annoying. And luckily we don't have an HP debuff, which is good, but it seems like we can't rest. Can't rest, negative credits. Yeah. Well, let's just fight, why not? Sure, give me Shelling Ballista. Ooh. That artwork looks pretty good. I like it. Hey, not a bad ult, not a bad ult. Obviously nothing to like write home about, but not bad either. Now you might be wondering, okay, but what do you need all this AP for? I don't know. I'm not so sure. How do you counter the counter-attacking mobs? By not attacking them after they've moved. Like, after... most of the counter attacks work this way. Once they've attacked you for the turn, do not take any other actions, otherwise they counter attack you. So what you do is you attack them until they attack and then you just stop. Are we going for E6 NARJA? No. Do I look like I'm made out of money? The maximum I'll go for is probably E2. And even to get E2, I'd have to most likely, unless I get unreasonably lucky, I'd have to most likely find some support. You know? So, I doubt it. Am I made out of money? Actually, yes. No, clearly not. Okay, let's see. What do these follow-ups do damage-wise? We're looking at 164% because we don't yet have the 35% extra attack damage weapon. The second method, right? Alright, let's see how much damage does this do. So this would be 197 with 2 follow-ups. That could potentially also get more follow-ups by triggering her E6. Nope, none of them. None of them actually triggered the E6. The game should sponsor me. Yeah. You know what the thing is though? There is a way for you to gain in-game crystals as a creator. The problem is I'd have to label every single video as sponsored by Smilegate, right? By the devs. And especially early on, I just felt like, what if, let's say there's like a should you summon video, and the beginning starts with like a sponsored tag, and I have to tell you that the video is sponsored by like the devs, right? Would you really take my opinion as seriously as if, let's say, it didn't have that, right? Might just be, at the end of the day, overthinking things, and seeing as how it is definitely going to cost me more crystals in the long term anyway, I might just have to look into how exactly I'd have to label the things for it to, you know, do what it does, right? Yeah, exactly, right? Like, if the video says sponsored, if I say this video is like specifically like sponsored by the devs, you know, it's just, right? And also at the end of the day, the gems aren't so much that I'd be like, oh, it's a must do otherwise, you know? Alright, let's see. You pinged me. I mean, why not? You pinged me, so surely you pinged me for something useful. Let's see, what do you ping me for? Let's have a look. For the Selena, I play with this save data. Very powerful on Ravage. And I'm thinking of the Twin Swords too. That's why I thought Instinct Planet would be good. Okay, what do we have here? Second method. I think that's the on Ravage shield. Plus the 15% attack increase. With a quadruple copy target spotted. No, a triple copy target spotted with a drone bombing and an attack at start and an aim. There's so many cards in this deck, brother. There's so many cards in here. Like, all basics are in, an aimed fire, portrait. I don't know. This might be too many. And then for the second one, we have the increased against Ravage. Like, this one is great on Serenial, though. This one's great. This one's great. The Bug Planet does have some really nasty weapons. Just sacrifice my firstborn to the gacha gods for luck? Ooh. Ooh, you know what? That ain't even that bad of an idea. So, what was this? You take the potion and then you give it to the ghoul, right? Yep, and then he gets eaten. Om nom 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 nom. Time to kill some bugs with my Serenia and Khalid. Then yeah. Just keep in mind though, you most likely will have trouble making 4-copy godly decks due to there not being a removal event on the planet. So you'd probably have to keep in at minimum 2 basics. Potentially 3 if you want to make like a 4-copy godly deck from the bug planet. But removing basics cost 100, it's hard to do duplicates after. Yeah, that's why you usually remove 1 or 2 and you keep 1 in, or you find yourself something like the mutant sample, which is a cost-free removal. Or for example on Blue Pot. But you know what the crazy thing is? It's not even going to be as big of a problem anymore in the future. Maybe next update, guaranteed the one after. And that is because we're going to get a godly event. And that godly event is going to give us a save data cost-free removal, I think at the beginning of our run. I'm not entirely sure, but the way they described it did make it seem like that. So you could basically play the zero system and get the benefits of a mutant sample on any planet. Now that actually makes me curious. I kind of want to check again what exactly they said. Let's make sure we get this out of the way. It was when they talked about the unique options for codex. I'm just not quite sure. I think it was towards the end, right? Save data tickets, IDs, Ether, Tower of Screams. No. I'm not quite sure where it was. Malware codes. Save data, potential, corruption mode, corruption upgrade. No, then it was definitely earlier. Six times a day, any more events? Vern, this is all season 2, this whole like Vern stuff. Zero archive. NARJA, new combatants. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that. Let's see if I can find it. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Tower. Counterattacks demanding 155 per season growth. Spiral Tower. Sync system. Where was it? Where was this? No. I think it should be around here. No, this is the upgrade. This is the powerful. Let's see. Divine Epiphany chances. Change with each season. Yep. Come on. Close. I think there we go. I think we should be pretty close here.
했는데요. 바로 고유 옵션.
Alright.
고유 옵션.
네.
아 왜냐면 저도 지금 플레이를 하면서 계속 리롤을 해가지고 뭐 엘리트 구역을 좀 줄인다든지 그런 약간의 페널티가 있는 거를 좀 골라내고 있거든요.
네네.
근데 그런 플레이가 썩 그렇게 기분 좋지는 않더라고요.
맞아요. 그래서 페널티를 보되 이 고유 옵션이 보너스로 이제 결정되게 되면은
So this seems to be like
기회가 왔다.
you don't get it always, right? They're saying when you see the unique option.
재밌게 플레이 해보자. 좀 이렇게 경험을 제공해드리고자 고유 옵션이라는 시스템을 추가했고요.
그렇군요. 고유 옵션은 그러면 어떤 건가요?
고유 옵션은 앞으로 계속해서 저희가 업데이트 시마다 추가할 예정인데 이번에 추가되는 고유 옵션은
So there's only one option, and this option is divine intervention.
저희가 기존까지 만나왔었잖아요.
At least for this update, right? The one that happens, I think it's the 14th.
신을 직접 만나게
It should
되면
come with NARJA.
그에 상응하는 수준으로 나가게 될 것 같고요.
저 그러면 이게 기존에는 신의 대리자 조우를 하잖아요.
네, 맞아요.
그럼 이제는 신을
Yeah, so we're meeting the gods themselves, right?
좋아하는 만큼 그에 상응하는 보상도 얻을 수 있습니다.
신을 직접 만나는데 보상이 엄청 좋아야 되는 거 아닙니까?
그렇죠. 우선은 카오스
Yeah, you get cards that are very advantageous for beating the run,
유리한 카드를 주는데 그냥 주는 게 아니라
but won't just be given the cards. The cards have to be converted from ones you offer up.
카드와 변환해서 줍니다.
아 변환을.
네.
아 그럼 변환을 하게 되면은 어떻게 보면 제거에.
Yep, and then they obviously don't stay into your deck at the end of the run, right? So basically, we're getting a new map modifier where whenever you have that on any map, you get a mutant sample at the beginning of your run. You know, this is something the devs might not have thought about. This could potentially make some very, very interesting things possible. And the reason why is because if you start your run with this and you get a guaranteed mutant sample, and let's say you play on Blue Pot or the new Lab Zero when they move it over, then you could find a mutant sample guaranteed and a potential second guaranteed zero cost removal from the mutant sample, right, from the run, or from, let's say, the meat bags from Blue Pot. So that means you could save yourself 70 save data cost twice, right? So, for example, you'd pay 50 save data to get rid of 2 basics, and then you could pay no save data to get rid of another basic and an epiphany. So at 50 save data cost, you'd be removing 4 cards. So then, with so long as you play on tier 10, you could remove a 5th one for just 120. And what that means is you are basically like, you've seen me use 0 card decks before, right? It should become infinitely more easy to make 0 card or low card decks, as well as potentially also cracked out decks. And you know what I thought about? A potential double monster card deck, right? A monster card that has a deck that has 2 monster cards. The only issue is there is no in-map removal event to get the Spirit Keyfox card, because otherwise you could potentially make a double Spirit Keyfox deck. It's good but far from revolutionary. Trust me, you figure out how good it is once you realize that a double cost-free removal in terms of save data cap is actually incredibly huge. And yes, this change should be upcoming on the 14th. Yeah. So here, you see this? Unique codex options. We should get this cost-free guaranteed mutant sample at the start of your run codex option with the 14th update. Can make space for quad divines, not just quad divines. Quad divines plus forbidden card plus neutral cards plus whatever, right? Like, theoretically speaking, you're then going to get yourself, let's say you do use your full removals, you're going to get an additional 140 save data cap if you get the double free removal in, let's say, mutant sample and divine delegation. So that means the current hypothetical save data cap would end up being 310. Depending on how you look at it, right? So the Codex rework with Epiphany reroll is on the 14th? No, Season 2. 4th. February 4th. The whole Divine Epiphany reroll, save data editing, all those like crazy changes, Season 2. And to kind of like make the weight sweeter, this is where we get the tower mode, the divine delegation unique option, and all those other things, you know? Zero deck card deck should not even be a thing? Why? Why not? Like, zero cards decks are with the update, an easy to get way to like have one character shine. But regardless of however you twist it, a well-built support, a well-built secondary, a well-built third character will always be able to outperform having one character and two zero cost builds. Like zero builds, right? Like it's just a way to get a better deck by just deck building, right? But they won't be better than having 3 perfect decks that work together in perfect synergy. Sorry to bother, but you pinged me with the Serennial deck. What could be improved? I mean, why not? Why not? You did not ping me with no deck. So, yeah. Oh, did you? Ah, right here. Oh, okay, all good. Let's have a look. So, 4 on Ravage or... you dickhead, huh? What could be improved? If you don't run this deck with Nia, getting value out of the Dimensional Cube is going to be very hard. But if you run this with Nia, this is obviously disgusting. Cobalt Light. You could have potentially gotten a different Epiphany, but this one's pretty good. Let's do some math here. 120 plus 50. Why are you on 170 save data? Because of the 50 cost for removing 2. If you found a mutant sample, you could have had no basics. How about that? Right? If you found a mutant sample, you could have had no basics. This is how you could have improved it. You're obviously here to flex, and you were asking for improvements. Winky face, there you go. There you go. But no, it's a pretty sweet deck. It's, I'd say, definitely better than the deck I have. 4 copies, Divine, that's pretty good. The Cassis with the 3 draw, 2 discard times 2. I guess possible as well. It would be a plus 60%, and if you can put it off every single turn, respect. So Mutant Sample increase card damage? No, Mutant Sample is just a reduce. If he had found a Mutant Sample, he would have been able to remove the last basic for no save data cost. That's what Mutant Sample would have been able to do there. Now I got their weakness attack 3 cost with tenacity. Yeah, but I only have 3 copies. My guy has 4 copies, right? 4 copies of the... and also he has the return to hand on start instead of the destroy laser, meaning that he doesn't suffer as much of like an afterglow / break problem. Is there a benefit for keeping high-level zero system planets with low tiers? I don't think so. Unless you want to beat those to like continue pushing your level in the zero system. Mutant cannot be copied. I think it was able to be copied before. Cannot be copied anymore though. So yes, they did make Mutant Sample even stronger, because before that you were still taking a risk when taking Mutant Sample, where you could still get it as a copy target. But at some point I think they changed it to where you can't anymore.